Hey everybody, it's Chris. Just want to give you guys a heads up. My dumbass forgot to hit the record button on the primary recorder. So the first like 3 or 4 minutes of this, it's honestly so hilarious. I don't want to leave it out. So, Jeff, thank you. It's so damn funny, and I didn't want to leave it out. So you're gonna hear like the backup recording for like the first couple of minutes of this recording. Then we go into our regular recording. I promise you, it's worth it. Seriously though, ladies and gentlemen,
It's
enjoy the
gold.
show. It is gold. It is
Fuck y'all.
it is gold. It is, as Jeff said, it is wine out of what's his name? What's the guy's name?
Let them experience
Yeah,
it
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah. You're
themselves.
gonna hear it in a minute. But enjoy the show, everybody. We'll see you next week with another new episode. Have a good one. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and tonight I am gathered by three of my favorite people and my two dogs to play some trivia. The dogs aren't playing, don't worry, but you might hear them in the background. Sorry. At least it's not. At least I don't refer to them as my dogger-in-law. So,
Whatever.
well, you heard them right there. Let's head on out to Raleigh, North Carolina. Jeff, my friend, how you doing? What you drinking?
Doing great. Getting it toward the end of what is was supposed to be a 2-week vacation in Scotland, but it's just kind of been a 2-week vacation doing random shit around North Carolina and occasionally Atlanta. Uh, I am currently drinking a Domaine Terre d'Avaux Côte de Rhône wine. The best thing about wine is that even when you're drinking like a $12 bottle of wine, it makes you sound like you are drinking like straight out of the ass of Midas. It is.
Straight out of the ass of Midas. That's some imagery I can't unsee.
Oh, I'm drinking a Domaine Terre d'Avaux. You sound so like fucking cultured and shit. And I'm like, no, it's $12 bottle of wine from Wine Feed. It's great.
All right. Let's head on across the house from me. To my left, my lovely wife Leah. Leah, how you doing? And what purple beverage is in your glass tonight?
It's not purple today. I am drinking. It's past my bedtime, everyone. So just so you know that we were recording quite late on a school night, so I needed a little caffeine. So I am drinking the best soft drink in America. It's Diet Dr Pepper, and I'm drinking it out of a We Were on a Break wine glass because friend got me these wine glasses that were Friends themed from Home Goods, and I tend to break them by putting them in the dishwasher when you're not supposed to. So I'm taking advantage of the ones that I still have left. So there we go. And I'm drinking everything I can out of them.
Also, please stop putting those in the dishwasher.
I know.
Yeah.
So bad. It's a problem.
Well, also it's 9 o'clock at night. It's not like we're having this recording at midnight.
I'm seriously every night this week I've gone to bed at least at 8:30, 8:40.
Yeah,
so.
you're usually drooling when I come in.
Yeah.
We're heading out to Huntsville. Oh, damn it, I didn't hit record.
Oh man.
Ah.
You missed all that good anecdotes about.
I mean, you should have the backup recording.
Maybe I'll think of something better than the out of Midas's ass crack thing.
I mean, you could merge the two recordings, right?
Yeah, well, you heard him, you know him, you love him. Let's head on out to Huntsville, Alabama. Mike, my friend, how you doing? What are you drinking?
Chris, I am doing good. Speaking of people who drool by the time you come into the room, it's usually me.
Wow.
Sorry, I had to go there. I know I'm doing great, and I'm actually drooling over this beer as well. It will be probably about 2 weeks ago now, but when this airs. But I had the distinct pleasure of being one of the guests over on friend of the show, the Beard Owl Podcast's epic Weird Al Trivia Showdown. I don't know if that's what they're calling it. That's just what I called it right now. And I picked up some beer for that occasion, and I have one left, so I figured I would bring it on tonight. This is the Clown Shoes Double Dry Hopped Zen Garden New England India Pale Ale.
Ooh.
Pop that one open here. This is actually, it's really, really good. It's got an interesting flavor that is, I can't quite put my finger on what it is. It gives it a little bit more of a sweetness than you would necessarily expect from your typical IPA. It's really, really good though. I like it a lot. It's got, for a beer that's from the Clown Shoes Brewing Company, it's got this rather dark image of a skeleton sitting in a garden on a bench and a bunch of cool stuff. Clown Shoes, actually, they have really cool labels. So it's half. Unfortunately, as a beer label collector, I can't peel the labels off their cans, but nonetheless, they still have very cool labels, and I enjoy it for that reason as well.
I do really enjoy Clown Shoes, but you have a visitor right there.
I do.
So while Mike takes care of his daughter, I will tell everybody
Is
that.
it Abby?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, okay. You still have one? Did we miss one? Okay. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll wait. So I actually grabbed an interesting bottle tonight because I know both of the gentlemen joining me are big American history buffs. So I, in my recent trip to New England, was on the search for anything I had never seen before. And a bottle that I had never seen down here that I can actually find down here now regularly, which is a little annoying, but I bought it up there and I hauled it back, is a bottle from a distillery called James E. Pepper. This is their 1776 bourbon. It is 100 proof, obviously 50% alcohol by volume. It is an unfiltered bourbon, which just means it doesn't necessarily look as pretty, but it should taste exactly the same.
Eat Your Heart Out 1792, survey says.
Oh, it's spicy. It's got a good body for 100 proof. Okay.
With a distillery like Pepper, I would figure.
Yeah, it does have a good kick to it. I am going to enjoy this tonight. This is going to be a good night. And that was a bottle crack. I just cracked this just now. The back of the bottle is kind of cool because it's got the snake on the back, the "Don't Tread on Me" snake.
Nice.
And it says "Born with the Republic." So hey, this is out of Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. See, that's weird. The only distillery that I know of being there is Town Branch. So I've never heard of this, but it's good. I like it.
Cool.
Neat.
And with that being said, Leah, you are the game master tonight. Tell us what we're in store for.
All right, so we've got a one-on-one matchup today, Jeopardy style, but not actually Jeopardy style. Just 3 contestants all playing with themselves. Or playing for themselves. Wow, this is why I shouldn't be allowed to do these things.
How did you know? In my hands under the. I'm not gonna make that.
Well, let's
Moving on.
None of our hands are currently visible, so
really earning the explicit tag here on PubTriviaExperience.
All right, so Pub Trivia After Dark is what this is. This is Cinemax Style. So what we're gonna do is every player is on their own team. And I have questions in 6 different categories, and the goal is to be the first one to earn 2 correct answers in each of the 6 categories. And so we'll just go around the room, except virtual room, and each person will get 1 question at a time, and you'll get to pick whichever of the 6 categories that you want. And then once you have 2 correct answers in each category, that one's completed, and then you can move on to one of your other ones. Does everyone kind of understand the rules that I just explained?
Yeah.
So my husband's
totally.
looking at me like I just did a horrible job. So
I'm literally not even looking at you. I have a notepad on my phone opened up that says categories.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. So I can write down the category titles and how many.
yes, that
I
would be
have.
helpful for all of you guys to write down the categories. So your 6 categories tonight
We are decidedly low tech here at the Stewhead Ranch.
So here are your 6 categories. The first one is in music.
Here it makes the people come together. Why do I have a view of Mike's crotch? Thank God.
Wow.
sorry.
The second category is TV and movies. The third category is fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
The fourth is people and places. The fifth is science.
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 And
I hear she blinded me with it.
And the sixth is history.
Just remember, do not put your head inside of a proton particle accelerator.
That's right.
And Leah, what's our order tonight?
Okay, so we are going to go Mike, Chris, and then Jeff. So Mike, you are first. Which question would you like from which category? Or which category would you like a question from?
I'd like the question I'm going to get right. Man, first is the worst.
Second is the best.
Yeah. And we all know what Jeff is. You know what? I'm just going to start off with music right off the bat. Why not?
All right, and here is your music question. Which rap supergroup was formed by Ice Cube, WC, and Mac 10?
Gosh. Rap supergroup with Ice Cube is this is not the one that I think of. Although I guess they weren't a supergroup when they were formed. They just happened to all be awesome. Oh man. And what's actually killing me is I kind of remember this, but I cannot remember their name. Oh man. I'm not gonna pull it. I can't even. I'm drawing a blank. I'll just pass.
All right, so Mike passes on that one. The correct answer is West Side Connection.
Yeah, never heard of that.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Not. That's not what I was thinking of. I don't know what I was thinking of, but that's not it.
The only thing I would have had there was NWA, and that obviously isn't right. So
Right,
when I heard Ice Cube, that was where my brain immediately went.
All right, so Chris, you get to now pick from one of our 6 categories.
Well, it's not going to be music. I'm going to go history.
Okay. And here is your history question. Which 1876 battle is commonly referred to as Custer's Last Stand?
Oh, I've heard this. 1800 battles that aren't Civil War related are going to be a weak spot for me. And my head says Little Big Town, but I think that's a country music band. Is it Little Bighorn? I'll go Little Bighorn.
And Battle of Little Bighorn is correct.
Yes.
I wish
Little
we had
Reach
Little Big
Town.
Town.
That was a good reach there. That was that was well done.
Reaches into King Midas's ass and pulls out a gold.
We are recording, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Chris.
Okay, so Chris picks up a point in the history category. So Jeff, it's your turn. What category
I
do you
kind
want?
of want to see what this fun stuff category is. Like, what's going on there? What do you believe is fun stuff? Let's go with that.
All right. So here's your fun stuff question. What is the color of the highest value chip in poker?
Varies by game. Is that a good answer? No. Usually the black chip is the one that gets the is the highest. I know that there's the blue chip stocks and everything. I feel like a lot of games go more than blue. I don't know, it's difficult because there's there are games. If you only have the 3 colors, you only have the red, white, and blue. The blue is always the highest. But if you go to bigger games with more complexity, you go to higher than that. Let's just say blue and go from there. Since no matter how small the game, at least every game generally has a blue chip. So we're going to go with blue.
Okay, well, your correct answer is blue. Nicely done.
Good pull, Jeff.
All right, Mike, we're back to you. What category do you want this time?
Yep, like I said earlier, first I guess is the worst. I'm gonna just gonna work my way down the list. I'll go TV and movies.
All right, so here is your TV and movies question. In a long-running TV cartoon series, Which children eventually married each other and had kids named Chip and Roxy?
What? I mean, Chip and Roxy. You said long-running children's
Yep,
cartoon
TV
series?
cartoon series, yep.
Cartoon series. It specifically said children's cartoon series?
In a long-running TV cartoon series.
TV cartoon. Okay,
Which
good.
children eventually married each other and had kids named Chip and Roxy?
So I don't know this at all, and I'm just going to go with my first instinct. And the first thing that popped into my head for whatever reason was that it wasn't actually in the Flintstones itself, to my knowledge, but I believe that Pebbles and Bam Bam eventually married each other in a spinoff, and Chip and Roxy, especially the Rox-y part, sounds like it could be vaguely Flintstone-y. So I'm going to say the Flintstones.
That's a hell of a guess.
Well, and your correct answer is Pebbles Flintstone and Bam Bam Rubble. So nicely done.
Oh, you were looking for the children, so yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm giving you points.
As soon as you mentioned it, that was like, oh, Tip and Roxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I missed an opportunity because Roxy is actually Roxy. Like they could have done a variation, but all right. So nicely done. Good job.
Take it.
All right, Chris, we're going back to you. What do you want?
A right answer, but being that Mike just got a TV question, I'm hoping the next one is going to be movie related, so I'm going to TV and film.
All right, so here is your TV and film question. How many of Disney's Seven Dwarfs names are grammatically adjectives? Grammatically adjectives.
Happy, dopey, sleepy, bashful. I don't know the other two. Happy, dopey, sleepy, bashful, Doc. I feel like Doc is the odd one out, though. Like, I feel like they all kind of have that same type of uniqueness to their names. So, being I don't know the other two, I'm actually going to guess 6. Because I know Doc... Is Doc an adjective? I don't think of Doc as an adjective, but I guess... No, I'm going to say 6. I'm going to say Doc is the odd man out.
Well, you went with 6, and your correct answer is 6. Doc alone is a noun, is what it says on my paper. So, yay, good job.
Oh, thank God.
Sleepy, happy, grumpy, dopey, sneezy, bashful, Doc.
Yeah, which one did he miss?
Dopey and sneezy.
Dopey and sneezy.
I'm okay.
I thought he said dopey.
Oh, did you say dopey?
No, I had dopey. I didn't have sneezy.
Yes, maybe it was sneezy.
I think you were missing sleepy and sneezy.
I had sleepy. Is there one called wheezy? Is there a No, that's the Jeffersons.
No, that's Saved by the Bell.
That's the Jeffersons.
Isn't that the Jeffersons?
It is.
All right, Jeff, so you're up. What category do you want?
Blind me with science.
Science, all right. So, which Scottish bacteriologist is best known for his discovery of penicillin?
Fleming.
That is correct. Gosh, without any hesitation.
Why don't we call it Fleming then? Why do we call it penicillin?
I mean, all drugs have weird as hell names. So
That's
also all drugs have like 3 or 4 different names. So whoever invents it gets to name it. I think it came from a particular mold that is like penicillus or something like that. I don't know.
And that has been a science lesson with Dr. Woodhead.
Yeah.
Leah, back to you.
Great. All right, so Mike, we're back to you.
Working my way down. Fun stuff.
Okay, so here is your fun stuff question. What is the name of the dog that is featured in the traditional lullaby, Hush Little Baby?
There's a dog?
There's a dog?
Really?
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's going to buy you a mockingbird. If the mockingbird don't sing, Mama's going to buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns brass, Mama's going to buy you a looking glass. And apparently there's more words after that. I don't know. I'm going to say Spot.
All right, so you say Spot. The correct answer is Rover. I also did not know this. I thought this was a hard one as well.
I had no idea there was a dog.
I thought at least Spot might rhyme with something like later on in the
song.
song.
I was just thinking that. I was like, I wonder what they were rhyming with Rover besides like over,
Maybe there's a Sesame Street tie-in. It's Grover.
Yeah.
Oh,
trying
Or someone's a fan of presidential first names. Hey.
If you can't find a 4-leaf clover, Mama's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there you
There
go.
you go.
That'd be perfect. One day we'll look that up if we cared enough to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back to you, Chris.
Well, I've heard the fun stuff questions. I didn't know either of those. I've heard the science question. I didn't know that. So I'm going to go with people and places.
Okay, so here is your people and places question. What term is commonly used to describe inhabitants of Moscow?
I have an answer, but I don't know if it's racist.
Let's try it and see.
And by the way, unfortunate is not a correct answer.
So hold on. Before I answer this question about Mother Russia, I'm pouring myself another glass of 1776 bourbon.
Should have grabbed the vodka for that one.
I don't have vodka in this house. I don't think. Do we have vodka in this house? I don't think we
did
do.
at one. I think we had cupcake vodka at one point.
Yeah, it's probably gone. It's okay. So what do you call Moscowians? Moscato, I think, is a type of wine, so it's not that. Like if this is insensitive, like I'm going to completely apologize. But the only thing that I kind of associate with Russia as like a nickname is Ruskies. And I don't see any eyebrows being raised by Mike or Jeff, so I'm assuming that's not racially insensitive, so I'm going to go with Ruskies.
Okay, so you're going with Ruskies. The correct answer is Muscovites.
That sounds more racist.
With a U. It's
I
M-U-S-C-O.
I don't consider Ruski racist, though.
Yeah, so Musco and then Vites.
Okay.
I think
Muscovites.
it's only racist if it's being said by some ridiculous-looking general with a thick Southern accent.
There you go.
So you're saying
get those Ruskies.
If the general wasn't from like the Bronx, it wouldn't be. If the general's from the Bronx, it wouldn't be racist, huh? Is that what we're saying?
He just said 4 other racist things right before it. The fucking New Yorker, of course.
To be clear, we do love all of our listeners in both Moscow and New York.
To be clear, I don't think we're allowed in Moscow. I'm willing to bet we're censored.
I'll get on the phone with Vladimir and sort that out.
If not, can we put a plug in for Navalny here?
Do it. Leah?
All right,
Save us,
so
please.
we are now moving on to Jeff. What category would you like?
Give me history.
History. Okay, here we go. So the famous shootout known as the gunfight at the OK Corral occurred in which appropriately named Wild West town?
Jesus.
Oh, is that Tombstone, Arizona?
Is that your answer? I cannot confirm or deny unless you lock
sure.
in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, it's Tombstone, Arizona.
Come on.
Okay.
Nicely done.
Chris,
We
Jeff
get,
is-
There's
we
either that
get
or
Rover
Deadwood, South
and
Dakota.
Muscovites, and he gets Tombstone, Arizona.
Yeah.
Record
Jeff's
I knew
pick-
Muscovites too.
Well, I'm not rigging
Say
the
it's or
game.
not.
I'm picking the questions randomly. They fall where they fall.
No, it really is.
May the blue
it is
chips
so
fall
much-
where they fall.
My so far my question picking has been crap, which you would think would mean that I would break away from this thing of sequencing down the categories, but you'd be wrong. I'm just going to stick with it. We're going people and places.
Okay, so here is your people and places question. In what major city did guitarist Jimi Hendrix die in 1970?
Oh, I think he died in London, so I'm going to say London.
London's correct. Nicely done.
Good pull,
I thought,
Mike. I
okay.
had no idea.
I was just thinking, I was like, is this a music question? Did I mix up the categories? But no, it's not.
Technically, yeah, I guess it kind of was, but I'll take it.
Yeah, nicely done. Okay, Chris, we're back to you.
You know, if I can't win this game, I'm going to try and be the first one to close out a category. I'm going to go back to history.
All right, so here is your history question. Which infamous mobster of the Prohibition era is generally acknowledged to have ordered the St. Valentine's Day massacre of rival gang leaders in Chicago?
You could have just said either Chicago or St. Valentine's Day Massacre. As someone who spent a good deal of time learning about the mob history in the U.S., I know for a fact that is Al Capone.
That is correct. Nicely done. So with that, Chris has finished his history category. Woo!
Woo.
Well done, Chris.
All right, Jeff, what category do you want next?
Let's go people and places.
Okay, so here is your people and places question. Who took over from Hillary Clinton as Barack Obama's Secretary of State in 2013?
John Kerry.
Jesus. Wow. Okay. These are all really tough questions for me, so clearly I am,
Jeff's have all been right in his wheelhouse, though.
Yeah, they have. They have.
Well, I picked the 3 categories that I am kind of confident in, and the next 2 are the pop culture ones that I am going to die on.
Fair. That's fair.
He's got a point.
Okay, so we are back up to Mike.
You are indeed, and you can probably guess what I'm going with. Science?
Going with science.
Don't make me regret it.
Okay, so what is measured on the Fujita scale? F-U-J-I...
Fujita scale. The
Fujita.
Fujita scale.
Sorry. Fujita scale. I was gonna spell it out.
Oh.
It's very close to fajita. You just change a couple of letters.
So, I'm going to screw this up, and it's going to really bother me. I believe that is tornadoes.
Is that your locked-in answer?
Yes, I think that's tornadoes.
Yes, that is your locked-in answer, and that is correct.
You
the
have-
F scale.
You have seen
That's-
Twister how
It
many
comes to
times
Twister.
in your life? I love
What'd
you,
you say?
Leah. So I know for a fact you own 2 copies of the movie Twister. You
They
own the
call it
Blu-ray and the
F5s.
DVD.
They don't call them, like,
But that's where
whatever
the F
word
comes
this is.
from. Right,
That's
why
where
I
the
was-
F comes
that's why I
from.
was
It's the
sitting here
Fujita
going,
scale.
I wasn't
Yes.
sure if it was some kind of. The reason I was hesitant is because I wasn't sure if it had to do more with wind strength or anything like that. So that's. But
no, they were
I knew
looking
it
for
was
tornadoes, so we will accept tornadoes, because that's what's on the
Yay.
paper.
Yay! I'm happy. I'm not complaining.
Okay, so we're back to Chris. What do you want?
Well, I already closed that one category. You know what? I'm going to do something out of character. I'm going to go to music because it doesn't matter. I've got to get 2 music questions right at some point to have a chance at winning this
Okay.
game. Let's make one now.
No one has gotten a music question yet, and if Chris is the first one, that's just okay. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to cry.
Okay, so here is your question. Randy Newman won an Oscar for Best Original Song for his composition for the 1995 film Toy Story. What was the title of that song?
Love my ma, love my pa. I just love old Arkansas.
Come on, Chris. I know you know this.
No,
Come on.
is it So the only thing that comes to mind with Toy Story is You Got a Friend in Me. So I'm going to go with that.
And that is correct. Nicely done.
Come on, you
Okay.
gave him a movies question
I know,
disguised as
exactly.
a music question.
I
It's in
got
the
a music
music
question
category.
disguised as a people and places question, so I can't complain.
Don't blame the questions. That was my friend's reference.
I'm
That wasn't
taking.
just me getting
I don't
angry.
care. I'm taking that. Like
I'll
100%.
take it.
I'm
Yes,
taking
take it,
that.
man.
Take it, 100%. Take it.
All right, so we are back to Jeff.
All right. TV and movies is by far my weakest category. I mean, music is pretty weak, but TV and movies, I may never get 2 of these questions right. Might as well start now.
The Christopher Liguori approach to trivia. I love it.
Okay, so here is your TV and movies question. In the Polar Express, a young boy is invited to pick a Christmas gift from anything in the world. What does he choose?
He chooses a sleigh bell.
I'm going to assume that is correct. The answer I have is a bell from a reindeer harness. So,
Yeah.
sleigh
Yes.
bell?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with sleigh bell. I've never
Good
seen it, so
job,
I don't
Jeff.
know.
The Jewish guy got that
Do you know
right.
how many times I've read the Polar Express book to both of my children?
You're still Jewish, right?
Yes, I am still Jewish, but
Well, I don't
it's
think that
a good
the
frickin'
Polar
book.
Express is anti-Jewish, right? Because there's no, like...
No,
Well,
I mean,
no, but Santa
well,
Claus is
I
generally
doubt it.
associated
Jesus was
with Christmas.
Jewish, so I
but
hope not.
That's
I mean,
true.
Santa is the secular portion of Christmas, and we celebrate to some extent the secular portion of Christmas. So, you know, there's nothing Christian in Polar Express that I remember, really.
Good poll will not have gotten that. Not a chance in hell.
Yeah, I thought that was a
I've
really hard one.
I have neither ever read or seen the Polar Express, so I would not have gotten that one.
It's like the bell only rings if you believe in Santa, and then like everyone stops hearing it, but he still hears it because he still believes in Santa. It's lame, but it's.
Oh, that's cute though. I like that.
Emotional.
I'm also pissed that you got that question. So, all right, let me put an end to my little silly sequential journey through these questions, and I'll start bouncing around the next round. But I'll take history.
Okay, so here is your history question. What was the name of the 2017 hurricane that caused damage to nearly $200 billion of damage in Texas? So let me read that again. What was the name of the 2017 hurricane that caused nearly $200 billion of damage in Texas?
Well, it just so happens that I recently had a funny memory come across my Facebook feed that I reposted, which I seldom do, but it was because Nikki was 5 months pregnant. No, not even. It's weird to think that since, because our kid was born like 2 months after this. But I just remember posting that we have officially ruled out Irma, which was the hurricane that hit Florida immediately after the other name I mentioned, which was Harvey, as baby name. So I'm going to say Hurricane Harvey.
And Hurricane Harvey is correct. Nicely done. Yeah, that would be very difficult for me to remember because living in Florida, we have a lot of hurricanes all the time. So the names just kind of run together.
Literally the only reason I remember it.
That worked out for you. All right, Chris, you're up.
Sure did.
Okay, so I've closed out history. I think there's a very little chance of me getting 2 music questions right in a row. So I'm going to go TV and movies and try and close that out and get my lead now, and then hope I can cling to it like a good football team playing a substandard football team.
Okay, so here's your TV and movies question. What famous Hollywood icon was born Norma Jean Morrison?
Oh, thank God. Michelle Williams played her in a movie. That is Marilyn Monroe.
All right, so you locked in with Marilyn Monroe, and that is correct. So yay, congratulations. You have now canceled out the TV and movies category and the history category.
Yeah, but I still got to get through science somehow, so.
I'm just saying, I'm proud of you.
And for all the Elton John fans out there, that was also sort of a music question.
That is true.
That's how I knew it.
Yeah, right.
That stupid candle in the wind just keeps blowing, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
all
so
right.
we're back to Jeff.
I don't have a music question yet, so I'm going to go with that.
All right, so here is your music question. Which song title has been done by Tears for Fears, the Isley Brothers,
Shout.
and Lulu? And the answer is Shout. Yay.
Jeff is
Yay
fond
for
of
Jeff.
Jeff is fond of answering questions before the question gets finished. He's got
Is it Isley Brothers? Isley Brothers? What's even? We don't even know what that band is.
The Venn diagram of song titles performed by Tears for Fears and Isley Brothers is basically one, unless the Isley Brothers had a song called Everybody Wants to Rule the World or Head Over Heels that I'm not aware of.
Mad World.
Yeah, I don't think they had a Mad World song either.
No. Oh, man.
Okay,
all right,
so
you didn't even need the third one, who I've never heard of before, by the way.
No idea.
Okay,
I
so
cannot live in a world where Chris and Jeff both have music answers and I have not, so I'm going to come back to the top and get another rap question that I'm going to get wrong. Please give it to me now.
Title of your sex tape.
Okay, this is a completely random ordered questions. I just like to point that out. Here is your music question. Which rapper's real name is O'Shea Jackson Sr.?
Fortunately, I know that this is Ice Cube, which ties back to the previous question.
Yes, that was kind of why I was laughing, because I was like, oh, not only another rapping question, but another Ice Cube question.
It helps that O'Shea Jackson Jr. played him in the movie Straight Outta Compton, but I knew it before then. But
how
still.
awkward is that to play your own dad?
All right. What are the chances that I can get another music question right? I'm going to try and close out music.
Okay, so here is your music question. Which top 10 record seller in the music industry has sold more than 350 million records worldwide in 14 different languages?
So we're looking for a record that sold how many worldwide in 14 different languages?
350 million records worldwide. So multiple, top 10 records seller. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is multiple records over multiple years, like total. Because this person is one of the top 10 record sellers in the music industry of all time.
Yeah, so you said this person that clues me into moving away from my original thought, which was Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And like, so when you think of like prolific sellers of music, I don't think you can move away from Michael Jackson. Thriller was huge. And I don't know that I'm going to come up with a better answer. It can't be Santana. I don't know why Santana popped into my head. I can't. No, my guess is going to be Michael Jackson. And I can be specific if you want the album, but
No, because we're looking for the artist. And the correct answer is actually Julio Iglesias.
oh, yeah, no chance in hell. Okay, down in my drink. I'm
Never
done.
would have gone there.
Yeah, that was a tough
I would have guessed
one.
Michael Jackson too.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, so probably not English language, but I don't think I would have gotten to Iglesias.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I was actually trying to my first instinct was to think of, okay, who didn't actually have words in their music? Maybe it's Beethoven.
Well, I went to Santana because I was thinking that the Supernatural album was huge, and it was
True.
the potential of it to being, multiple languages. But hey,
Right,
Julio
yeah,
Iglesias,
yeah.
good for you, man. I'm not
Oh,
a
yeah.
music guy, so I'm not gonna count
Perhaps.
that. I'm not gonna take that too hard.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was not a bad guess, though. I mean,
No, that's like I said, that's what I would have guessed.
He
too.
was probably also a top 10 person. It's just not the one they were looking for.
It's-
I think the languages part was probably. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that he.
this languages part was the key to
yeah,
that
was
one.
the key
Yeah.
to that one. All right, so Jeff, we're back to you.
All right. Well, I guess I've got one everything at this point. So
Rub it
let's
in, Nick.
let's go to let's try people and places again. One of my
Okay.
weaker ones, I'm sure.
All right, so here is your people and places question. Which brothers were sons of Zebedee and disciples of Jesus?
Which brothers were sons of?
Zebedee? Zebedee? Zebedee. And also
Right.
were disciples of Jesus. So we're looking for two names.
Two names, neither of which the Jew is going to figure out.
Kind of why I
Hey,
giggle.
hold on. Jesus was Jewish. You have an advantage.
True.
That's true. I just haven't necessarily read the New Testament super closely.
You also once wrote a story wherein a president made his cabinet members forced to have the names of the 12 apostles.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where like I know I knew it at one point. It's just kind of out the back of my head. It's probably I don't know. We're gonna go with like Thomas and Peter.
Okay, so you're liking Thomas and Peter. Your correct answers are James and John.
James and John.
James
Okay.
and John,
Okay.
sons of Zebedee.
Very, very normal names for being the sons of Zebedee.
Right.
But my guess was one was going to be Thaddeus, but I didn't know what the other one was going to be. But I was wrong either way. Thaddeus and the other Judas? I don't know.
Yeah, Judas too. Electric blue.
And with that, Jeff gets his first incorrect answer, and we are back up to the top with Mike.
Yeah, finally missed a question. The only one that I do not have an answer in is fun stuff, so I'll go back to fun stuff.
Okay, so here's your question in fun stuff. What is the highest number on a roulette wheel?
I always mess this up. Is it 32 or 36? I think it's one of those two. I'm going to say 36.
Okay, well, you guessed correctly because the answer is 36. Nicely done.
I was literally like, okay, 360 degrees in a circle divided by 10. Even though there's two spots that
Two
don't
zeros.
have numbers, that was, yeah.
All All right,
I'll take it.
Awesome. So you pick up a point in fun and games. So we are back to Chris.
So I am missing fun stuff, people and places, and science. And I did not know the answer to that fun stuff question, but I feel like I can't have fun in this game without getting a fun stuff question right. So let's go fun stuff.
Okay, so here's your question, fun stuff. What is the full name of the sport generally referred to as BMX?
I would like people and places, please. BMX. So what's bothering me here as Mike grabs another beer out of his beer fridge is there's one right behind you. I just don't have any beer in it. What's bothering me here is the M, I think, is motocross. I think MX is motocross because the X is obviously the cross. And the B would be bicycle, but I thought there's BMXs where there's no motors involved. Like, I think there's pedal BMX racing. And I could be way, way off there. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go with bicycle motocross.
Well, good thing you did, because that's correct. And fun fact,
Well
I just found out it's not called motorcross. It's called motocross.
Motocross. Yeah, it's motocross.
That's what I just learned.
And now I have a DMX song stuck in my head. So
You keep talking, you make me lose my mind.
Up in here.
Up in here.
Up in here.
Up in
Is that
here.
the song?
May
Yes.
he rest in peace.
All right, Leah, make Jeff act the fool, please.
Okay, Jeff. Jeff, which one do you want?
All right, let's go with a science question because why not?
All right, so here's your science question. What nationality was the physicist and chemist Marie Curie?
She's Polish.
Wow, that was quick. Okay.
My God. Why do we
That
even
was a
try?
people and places question.
How
That's
do
not a
you even know
science
where these
question.
people are from? They have ambiguous names that could be anywhere in Europe, and you know
My
where
child
they're from.
dressed up as Marie Curie for their fifth grade science or project or something, or science people project or like persona project or something. I don't remember what the hell it was. All I remember is they were just hanging out in the hallway of their elementary school wearing a black dress and talking about chemistry. So, yes.
Because of course they were.
Jeff, remind our listeners what you do for a living.
I actually build computer models of how drugs affect the liver and kidney.
Do you wonder why he's choosing science so often?
Not anymore. He just closed it out.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Can't get any
That's
more of
right,
those.
yeah. I heard also her maiden name is Sklodowska, I believe. So I don't know. I can't pronounce fucking
Okay, well, that sounds
Polish.
Polish.
So,
Right. I'm assuming her husband was French.
correct.
Pierre
Like
was
Pierre
a
Curie,
Frenchman.
yeah, I figured. So as Cress mentioned, I did grab a second beer, and I'm actually going to let it guide me to my selection of category because it's really the only reason I picked it up. I love this brewery. It's Straight to Ale Brewery right out of Huntsville, Alabama, right just up the road from me. It's not a style of beer I normally like. It's an imperial sour ale with pomegranate, raspberry, blackberry, and vanilla. But I picked it up because of the title. The name of the beer is The Pompadour of Love. So naturally, I'm going to music again.
Okay, and here...
If you don't know the Steve Miller song, that was a confusing segue. But anyway.
Now we're just required to call you Maurice for the rest of the game.
All right, and so here is your music question. Which country music singer from Australia was also a celebrity judge on American Idol?
All right. To review, I'm a rock guy. I've gone to music 3 times, and I've gotten 2 rap questions and a country music question. Fortunately, there's only one Australian country musician, and that's Keith Urban.
The entire country, there's only one?
I'm amazed there's not 0. Country music has a fairly specific geographical. Anyway.
Well, your correct answer is Keith Urban, so nicely done. And with that, you have closed out the music category, so great job.
All is right with the world.
Okay, so
I'm sure there's more than one country music artist in Australia. I'm sorry if I offended any of our Aussie listeners.
We actually have Aussie listeners.
I know. I'm not.
It's
I'm not
awesome.
Even joking.
I love
There's
the
a reason
fact.
I didn't bust out my accent.
it's Aussium, because they're Aussies.
Oh my. Oh my.
So that just happened, Chris.
That That was Leah. That was not a quality joke.
Nice.
Oh my lord. If you start singing, I swear to God, if you start saying the quote from Finding Nemo, I'm leaving.
Okay, so who are we on now? I forget.
Chris.
Chris.
Chris. Okay, Chris, pick a question.
I can't live without getting a people and places question right, so hopefully Jeff doesn't win this game before I can, so let's go people and places.
Okay, so speaking of our friends down under,
Australia.
which is the only Australian state capital to have just one syllable in its name? Oh, your friends are making gestures.
They are, and the only I'm not thinking of state capitals. I'm thinking of cities in Australia that I know only have one syllable, and the only one I can think of that's a major city is Perth. So I'm going to go with Perth.
And Perth is a correct answer.
Thank you,
Good
God.
pull, man.
Good job.
Isn't Canberra the capital of Australia?
Yes.
The whole thing. Yes.
The whole country.
Yeah, the whole country. So I was like, it's not Canberra, and then I started going on the East Coast. I'm like, let's go west. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, good job. All right, so we are back to Jeff.
Well, let's go history. Hadn't had a history question in a while.
Okay, so here is your history question. Prehistory and early history are sometimes divided into 3 tool-making periods: the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and the Stone Age. Which is the most recent?
The Iron Age, I believe.
Yes,
Let's
your
go with
correct
that.
answer is the Iron Age.
Yes, that is your correct answer. Good pull, Jeff.
And with
Kind of threw me for a little bit there, but
Yeah.
and I have you that closes out history for you.
yeah, I have that as well.
So if we get a score update real quick before we move on.
All right, so Mike has closed out music and has 1 point in all the other categories. Chris has closed out TV and movies and history and has 1 point in music and fun stuff and people and places. Still has not attempted a science question yet. And then Jeff has closed out science and history and has 1 point in music, TV and movies, fun stuff, and people and places.
All right.
Cool. So we're going to start back up at the top. Mikey, what do you want?
I forgot to mention earlier, this beer is 8% alcohol by volume, so we'll see if it kicks in.
Very important.
It already kicked in.
I for whatever reason, I'm probably going to kick myself, but fun stuff is calling my name right now.
Okay, so here is your fun stuff question. Who was the original host of the TV game show Let's Make a Deal?
Oh, Monty Hall.
Yep, that is correct.
Good pull.
Good job.
Thank you, Chandler Bing, to bring it back to the. I can't believe Ross is getting married in Monty Hall. Come on, people, Monty Hall.
Let's make a deal. Come on. Yeah, that's the only reason I know anything, like even know that name is from that.
That was literally how I got there. So I'll take it.
I couldn't pull that.
Okay, Chris, you're up.
Well, my two
categories. That also finishes the fun stuff category for Mike.
I can't think any more in history or in film and television, so the music questions have been oddly gettable so far tonight, so I'm going to go with music.
Okay, so here is your music question. Who was the only English member of the Monkees?
Nah.
This is neither music nor fun stuff. I can name one member of the Monkees, so I'm going to go with Davy Jones, even though I'm almost positive he was British.
Well, Davy Jones is the correct answer, so
you
I don't know where
kidding
he's
me?
from.
Yeah.
Maybe he's like Irish or something.
Are you kidding me? Davy Jones is not British?
It's what's on my paper.
He's American.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right. I'm going to take the one Monkees answer I got. I'm going to cross off music on my list here.
Sweet.
Fun fact, you need to go
Wow.
back and watch the Brady Bunch movie because
really
the
don't.
Davy Jones scene is just amazing.
I haven't seen that in years.
All right, so I think we are up to Jeff now.
All right, so well, the last 4 categories are all kind of for me. So let's go with people and places.
Okay, so here is your people and places question. Which letter in the alphabet is not used in any of the states of the United States?
Cool. It's like you got a 1 out of 26 shot here. I can't think of a state with a Q in it. I can think of of the weird ones. I can think of an X. I can think of a Z. I can think of a J. I can't think of a Q. So I'm gonna go with Q.
Well, Q is a correct answer, so good job. All right, so we are back to Mike.
I'm starting to feel a little lonely that I'm the only person that's not closed out history, so I'm going to go with history.
All right, so here is your history question. In 2004, which state of America, that's weird the way it said, which state of America, in America, became the first to sanction gay marriages?
Ooh. You know what's crazy about this is I'm sure I was very keyed into this at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But for the life of me, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to tell you. Man. There's really any number of states that it could be. I mean, to be completely honest, the first one that popped in my head was California, but that almost seems too obvious. Could it be? It could be something East Coast too, something New England-y. I'm sure that I'm sure I was very keyed into this at the time, but I do not remember anymore. It was the first thing popped in my head. Obvious or not, I'm going to say California.
Okay, you lock in California. The correct answer is Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Oh, now that you say it, yep.
That's how I was too.
So technically, though, there was a part of California that was sanctioning gay marriages. Remember, because then San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom was actually issuing licenses, but not the whole state.
Right.
So, and Massachusetts obviously had the court case. So.
Okay, so we're moving on to Chris. You still have yet to do science, and then you still need one more in people and places and fun stuff.
I have not known a single science answer this entire night. I am ashamed to know that I didn't know where Marie Curie was from. I don't know who was the person that not invented but found the curative powers in penicillin. I'm going to go to music because why not? I feel somehow better about music than I do about science.
And Chris going to a category that he's already closed out.
Yeah, you've already closed out music.
Oh, shoot.
But I can give you one.
No.
I've got several right here that I would love to give you.
I mean,
if
you want to throw away your turn, cool.
No. We'll go back to people and places then.
I'm also happy to give you this question. Who wrote The Notebook, Dear John, and The Longest Ride?
Oh, what's his damn name?
Oh, he's drawing a blank.
Oh, no.
He's drawing a blank.
What's his name? It's a guy.
You sit in an office all day that has at least 2 of this person's books on the bookshelf.
It's a guy, and fire is coming to mind. Oh, why is fire... Nicholas Sparks.
Yay! You got it.
Job. Fire is coming to mind. I was like, well, probably a fire happened in one of the books, I'm sure.
No, his last name is Sparks.
That was a great way of getting to it. Fire is coming to mind. You can, congratulations, you're now allowed in the state of North Carolina.
Right.
I literally marked you down as having that correct on my little notepad before I saw you struggling.
Was that people and places? I got to put a little tally here.
Yeah, that was people and places.
Yeah.
So now you've canceled that one out, so you only have fun stuff and science left.
Dang.
Good job, babe. We should have a Nicholas Sparks marathon one day.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, Jeff, you're up.
And the categories I'm the weakest in.
Yep, you've got music, TV, and movies, and fun stuff. That may or may not be fun.
Stuff before forcing myself into the pop culture swamp.
Okay, so here's your fun stuff question. What duo won gold medals in beach volleyball in 2004, 2008, 2012, and 2012 Summer Olympics?
I should know this, and I don't. It was like Carrie Walsh and what the hell were their names? The two American women who dominated beach volleyball for so long. One of the names is hyphenated.
It's so nice to see you going through the exact same struggle that I'm going through right now, except more painfully.
Yeah, it's I want to say Carrie Walsh is one of them, and I want to say that yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the other one, man. Sorry.
All right, you're tapping out?
Yep.
All right, so you were correct. One is Carrie Walsh. Her married name is Jennings. I think in the later Olympics she got married, and Jennings was her last name added on. And then the other one is Misty May Traynor.
Misty May Traynor. God.
I had
hyphenated
in my head, but I couldn't pull up her first name.
Good, Jeff.
Damn.
That was impressive though.
Yeah, I wanted that question in. The 2012 Olympics was the first time I actually sat and watched it, because the other ones I think just not invested in Olympics during those times. 2012, like, I was glued to the television watching these two. It was incredible, and I was just like,
they were incredible athletes.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Totally
probably
invested.
still are, to be honest. That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we are now moving back up to Mike. You need TV and movies, people and places, and science and history.
Yep, I'm behind by one on the other two guys in terms of overall questions answered. Got to play a little catch up here. I'm going to go with TV and movies.
Okay, so here are your TV and movie questions. In the movie Get Smart, what is the agent number of Maxwell Smart's partner, played by Anne Hathaway?
Are you kidding me?
You went with the movie here instead of the show?
Well, it's in the TV and movie category.
Yeah, it was Get Smart was an old television show before.
Was this not a character that was on the TV show?
No,
too?
it is.
Oh, okay.
It is. Absolutely.
I'm just mad that Mike got this question.
Yes,
I am too, because I've never seen a single episode of the TV show or the movie.
Oh my god!
Seriously, the TV show was hilarious.
It's amazing.
The Don Adams.
It's always seemed right up my alley. It's just
Mel
I've never.
Brooks' first writing job.
No, I know, absolutely. For whatever reason, Agent 99 is popping into my head, so that's what I'm going to say.
And he got it right. What?
Yeah,
Damn
it's
it.
popping into your head for a reason, because that's correct. Nicely done, Mike.
Good pull, Mike.
It was
Barbara
Anne
Feldon
Hathaway in the
will
movie, right?
be and always will be Agent 99. Barbara Feldon always will be Agent 99.
That movie did not do that franchise justice at all. That franchise is so smart and so fun.
Yeah.
You know what does? I feel like Archer is the
closest you're gonna get. It's
Okay,
the
see,
heir
Archer
apparent.
I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, Archer is Get Smart is Archer with a 60s sensibility. It obviously can't be as racy and
right.
out there as Archer is, but
we don't get Archer without that Get Smart though. It doesn't get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
Well, that's two TV and movies questions that I pulled out of my ass. So again, King Midas keeps on giving, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, so Chris, you're up. You need science or fun stuff?
You know what? I've been avoiding it long enough. Give me science so I can get it wrong and feel worse
Do it,
about myself.
Rockapella.
Okay. What name is given to a cow that has not yet had a calf? Science.
agriculture.
There's a name for this?
Science?
This sounds terrible, but the only term I associate with cows that's not calf is heifer, so I'm going to say heifer.
Well, good thing you did, because that's correct.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, a cow that doesn't have any babies is just a fat heifer.
Dang, Chris!
And Chris,
I would not have gotten that.
I was going to say Bessie. I had no idea.
Bow down to your trivia king.
Calgo Moo.
Chris takes the lead.
Woo!
Good thing we didn't open up the betting books ahead of time. My
Oh
goodness.
my god. Oh my god.
Jeff was getting like 2-1 odds. Chris was getting 20-1.
Holy, I'm
Too
not
many
getting to the
categories
science
for
question
me.
right, so it doesn't matter.
Hey,
No, well
really,
done.
it's
was
anybody's game
impressive.
at this point.
Yeah, this
really
is
is.
close.
Yeah.
If
Doing a
we're gonna
great
have to
game.
go into like a quadruple overtime like you guys did last time, it's gonna be a thing. Okay, so we are back up to Jeff.
If the trivia questions are all about the movie The Thing, I've got this, though.
Let's do music, I guess. Fine. Sure.
Okay. So here is a weird music question.
A weird music question. Uh-oh.
All
Crap.
right. Which
done.
fictional location made famous in the 19th century by Emily Bronte was a subject of a song by Kate Bush?
I mean, like, Wuthering Heights? Let's just say Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's your
All
correct
right.
What else do you
answer.
associate with Emily Bronte?
Right, I got a literature question disguised as a music question.
Ugh.
Okay, so I think that cancels out. I think everyone got music, so we are
Let's
retiring
say I
our
got
music.
Yeah.
But I'll put them to the side in case we need tiebreakers.
Let's get a score update real quick.
Okay, so Mike still needs 3 correct answers, Chris needs 2 correct answers, and Jeff needs 2 correct answers.
All
In
right.
various categories. Okay, so we're back up to Mike.
I really enjoy how Jeff pretends he's not. And I understand why, because you're really strong in certain music and not strong in other
Right,
forms
like
of music.
pop music is not my thing, right?
Right.
Like if the questions were on like Decemberist albums, I'm
Right.
sure I could do pretty well. But indie is not exactly usually common in these particular.
Right.
Yeah, Emily
No,
Bronte, though, in
It
music.
just
is-
cracks me up because we're pretty much the same in terms of, broadly speaking, in terms of our musical knowledge, and yet you have at least accepted that you have these massive gaps, whereas I'm still like, music, I got this, 'cause I'm an idiot. I'm just making fun of myself, really, as much as anything else. I am gonna go to people and places.
Okay, so here's your people and places question. In which European capital city would you find the Spanish Steps?
Madrid.
Question mark? Is that your final answer?
I mean, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say the Spanish Steps would be in Spain, which is the capital is Madrid. So that's what I'm gonna say.
All right.
Ooh, can I answer? Can I answer?
Chris, what is your answer?
It's in
I
Rome.
think Paris.
Yeah, the Spanish Steps are in
In Rome.
Rome.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I just came across that in the last week. It was actually that's one of those things. Like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh, that's funny. I mean,
They wouldn't call them the Spanish Steps if they were in Spain. They just call them the Steps.
Steps.
I guess that's a good point.
Yeah, those
I've been
things.
to Rome, and I've probably been to the Spanish Steps, but I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I did not go there when I was there, so I don't know what they look like. Are they steep? Are they tall? I don't know. I know there's a fountain there too. Okay, so we're back to you, Chris.
Yeah, I need fun stuff in science. I'm still kind of riding high about my bullshit answer in science, so I'm going back there. I'm going back to the well.
Wow.
Okay, so here's your science question.
cry.
What is the only member of the cat family unable to retract its claws?
This is neither science nor fun stuff.
Animals are part of science.
They are.
They're the animal kingdom.
So there's a lot of members of the cat family that I'm aware of. I don't know what their claws kind of lay into this. So Disney movies are coming into my head right now. And the two that are coming into my head right now are Aladdin and the Lion King. So I'm going to go with a tiger and say hopefully that my crush on Princess Jasmine pays off.
Okay, well, you're very close. The correct answer is a cheetah.
That's not close at all.
Cheetah and a tiger.
You tell me that Raj can retract his
I
claws?
did not know that.
Raj is a tiger.
I
so
did not know that either.
Since this is the only member who, is unable to retract, so their claws are.
Okay, I heard that backwards. Still would have answered the same though, so I'm not going to feel bad about that.
Yeah.
Is that why they run so fast?
Oh, maybe.
It feels like awkward, right? It feels like it
Right.
would be a little bit more awkward to
Yeah.
try to run with your claws out.
We're back up to Jeff, and you still need fun
And
stuff
TV,
and TV.
movies and fun stuff. We're gonna go with fun stuff. Sure. Yeah.
All right, so here's your fun stuff question. What is the name of the fictional toy store featured in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York?
He gets a movie's question anyway. I love it.
This made me so happy.
Fuck this.
Is this not one of your best holiday movies?
That's terrible.
No, because the star of it is now persona non grata in half the country.
Macaulay Culkin.
Oh yeah, that's right. Macaulay Culkin was also in it. Keep forgetting that Cheeto Hitler was in it too. It's just kind of the gravity of that just sucks all of the air out of the rest of that movie for me at this point. Wait, fictional?
Yes, it's a fictional toy store. What is it called?
So it's not FAO Schwartz?
It is not. But if you want to lock in with that, that's fine. I mean,
no, because that's not fictional.
It's FAQ Schwartz. Just
FAQ Schwartz. I'm gonna go with
Decidedly not a frequently asked
I
question.
don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie in so friggin' long. I'm just gonna pass on it.
okay, well, your correct answer, it was owned by Mr. Duncan, and it was Duncan's Toy Chest. Okay, well, we're back up at the top. So, Mike, what would you like?
Well, unless I'm mistaken, we fortunately for me at least had a round of 3 straight incorrect answers, which gives me yet another chance to, however briefly, tie this thing up, and another chance to blow that chance. But I'm going to go with history anyway.
Okay, so here is your history question. Which charitable challenge went viral between July and August of 2014, leading to a reported 2.4 million tagged videos?
I mean, it's the water or the ice bucket challenge where you dumped, because I did it. You got the bucket of ice water dumped on your head for ALS.
That is correct. We were going for the ice bucket challenge. Chris and I also did one.
2014 is not history.
Well, actually,
it's not history if there's a 2 in the front of the year.
if memory serves, the 3 people that I challenged, one of whom is on this call and never did it, Jeffrey.
sure. If you challenged me, I did it. So
yeah, whatever.
What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you and I both did it.
Yeah, I challenged the remaining members of Unexpectedly Sober when I did it. None of whom I expected to do it, and none of them did, so it's fine.
All right, with that, we're officially done with the history questions. So woohoo for you guys. All right, so now we're back up to Chris.
I'm torn because I feel like I've only gotten one of the fun stuff questions right, and it happened to be the one that I got. And I've only gotten one of the science questions right, and it happened to be the one that I got. And that one was by bullshit. But I feel like I'm going to feel better about myself if I close out science than if I close out fun stuff. So I'm going back to science.
Okay, Chris, here is your science question. Mosaic is widely credited for being the first popular what?
I don't understand the question.
Mosaic, with quotation marks around it, is widely credited for being the first popular what?
I assume there were quotation marks there. It still doesn't help me understand the question.
Chris. I asked this on one of the episodes that I hosted.
Oh, come on, Chris.
So here's what bothers me is there's a giant company in Tampa called Mosaic, and I have no idea what they do. There's legitimately, if it's a big company, they have an office here in Tampa, and I don't know what they do. Quote unquote Mosaic. Okay, so if it was internet based, I feel like I would know that. Like I feel like if it was like a web browser or an app, I would be aware of that. What else could Mosaic do? What can Mosaic do for you? Like I honestly I can't think of anything. and this is in science. So if it's gonna be can you repeat the question one more time? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I'm trying to get my head around different options here.
Mosaic is widely credited for being the first popular what?
Stop singing The Offspring. You managed to bring me down to yeah. It's gonna be something science related. It's going to be. I'm just gonna say the first flu vaccine. I don't know.
Okay, well, you asked what Mosaic could do for you, and you said it. Mosaic.
You were right there.
You were very
you
close.
Were, man.
Mosaic can actually help you search for things on the internet. It was the first popular web browser.
That's not science.
Computer science, maybe.
That's
what they
not
were going
science.
for. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Technology is science.
Hey, the number of fun stuff questions that aren't fun, and the number of history questions that weren't historic.
Yep.
Don't blame the questions.
The first like web search I can think of is like web crawler. I don't know what else it would be other than that. So like for me it goes.
Web
Oh my gosh.
browsers.
Oh no, web
Web
crawler.
Metacrawler
was a website, not a browser.
was a search engine. Yeah.
No.
Was it a browser?
No.
What was Mosaic? Was it a browser or
Yeah, it's a web browser.
Mosaic was a browser. Yeah, like
Oh.
Netscape and
And you had
IE
said it.
and all
You
that
said
shit.
web browser.
Right.
Because I moved away from that
Yeah,
because
you
in
were there,
science
man.
I'm
You were
thinking
there.
like, yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're back up to Jeff. Which of your two remaining categories would you like a question from?
Should I just like try a TV and movies question just for shits and giggles, even though I know I'm gonna fuck it up? Sure. Let's go with that.
Okay, so we're doing TVs and movies? Is that what we're
Yeah,
doing?
sure.
Okay.
Why not? God damn it.
All right. So, what was the subtitle of the first film in the Hobbit trilogy?
Ooh. Good question.
Fuck, I don't know. Why would I know this? I wouldn't know this. I know that the third one was the Battle of the Five Armies. Second one was the Desolation of Smog. The first one was
Difficult.
the first one was Who Gives a Shit, because those movies all kind of sucked.
More movies of people walking.
Fuck. I don't know. An Incredible Journey. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, you were so close.
You were so close. The Incredible Journey is actually Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
So it was an unexpected journey.
An unexpected journey. Shit. All right.
You were so close.
Very close.
Fuck TV and movies. Who ever watches shit anyway?
All right, so we are back up to Mike, and from my calculations, everyone needs 2 questions to win.
That is correct. That's what I have anyway as well. So I need people and places or science. I don't think I've gone back to science since the first time I tried it. So I guess I'm going to go back to science.
Okay, so here is your science question. Which precious stone can be dissolved in vinegar?
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I did not test this, but I'm assuming it's just the one answer. I'm assuming people have tried this with all of them, and this is the only one.
Precious stone can be dissolved in vinegar. Good grief. I mean, what I don't know about precious stones could just about fill the Grand Canyon. I don't think it's. Well, maybe. I mean, could it be diamond? 'Cause diamond is just basically hardened carbon, right? Emerald, sapphire, ruby, amethyst. I mean, it's a total shot in the dark. I genuinely don't know anything about precious stones, and certainly not their dissolving capability. If they're precious, why are you dissolving them?
Good question.
It honestly seems ridiculous because my first instinct was to completely reject diamond, But coming back to it, because I just know that I don't know anything really, but I coming back to maybe I shouldn't reject diamond. I'm going to say diamond. I don't know.
Okay, so the precious stone that can be dissolved in vinegar is a pearl. A pearl.
Oh, that actually makes, like, that logically in my head makes sense.
Just don't put vinegar in the ocean.
Interesting. Okay, I wouldn't even thought of pearl. Okay.
Okay, so we're back to you, Chris. You can either do science or fun stuff.
I still maintain I'm going to feel better about myself and my performance if I get 2 science questions right, so I'm going back to science. I feel like in the ones I've got wrong, I've been moderately close, so this could be a false sense of security.
Okay, so here is your science question. Aspirin is derived from which plant or tree?
Oh, I asked this question. Hold on. There's a tree.
Yes, that's
It's
established
the tree
in the
bark.
question.
No. It's a tree bark. Oh, is it the willow tree or the fir tree? It's one of those two. Oh, it's willow or fir, and I'm going to mess this up. Oh, my God. I asked this question on the Benchwarmers episode, where they came over and I wrote the game for them. I asked, it's which tree is known as nature, the bark of which tree is known as nature's aspirin. Is it the willow tree or is it the fir tree? It's a specific type. I'm going to say it's the willow tree.
Well, that's a good answer because it's correct.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Nicely
you canceled
done.
out science.
Nice. Good pull.
Yeah, that was hard. I did not know that.
I'm in pharmaceutical sciences, and I don't know that I would have gotten that one.
Oh, my God.
I definitely would have got that one, so well done.
Okay, so we are back to Jeff, so you get to choose either TV and movies or fun stuff.
Jeff, Chris has the lead.
Yeah, because Chris is now pulled in the lead.
Fuck, fun stuff then. I don't know. I'm completely adrift in both of these categories. Let's go with fun stuff.
Okay, so here is your fun stuff question. If a coach wants a play reviewed during an American football game, what color flag is thrown on the field?
I haven't watched American football in so fucking long I've already forgotten this, but I think it's a little red flag.
Yes, it is a red flag. Congratulations.
Can we at least agree that overall Jeff has gotten the easy question? No, I'm just kidding.
That was an easier question.
That one was. We've all gotten easy ones and absurdly hard ones. So I'm not remotely going to play that card.
We've also all got the ones where like the one was someone was struggling with it, and the other two of us were like, I know this.
Yep,
yeah,
for sure. That's how it happens. It's the way the cookie bounces.
You just never know how it works out.
It's the way the cookie bounces.
I did that on purpose. That was not the beer talking, for what it's worth.
Me laughing was the bourbon talking.
Okay, so Mike, you get to choose between science and people and places.
Shit, I don't have a coin handy, do I? People and places.
Okay, here's your people and places question. Who wrote the novel The Grapes of Wrath?
Thank God, John Steinbeck.
That is correct. Nicely done. The people and places category. So we are all done with that one.
Yup. So, real quick before we move on, Chris gets his right and Jeff gets his right. I'd be eliminated and they'd go to a tiebreaker, correct?
Oh, we've never done this with 3 people.
Yes, because
that makes sense. Yeah. You guys, we've all had the same number of questions.
Yes, that's how I would anticipate this going.
But if one of them gets it wrong and the other one gets it right, we have a winner.
Then we have a winner. Right. Absolutely.
Okay, so
what category does Jeff need?
I love you guys, but I hope you both get wrong.
Jeff needs TV and movies.
Right. So you've got a few chances. You can take a few whacks at this.
Your last question was what color is the flag a head football coach throws to challenge a play? So I don't know that I have a few chances because your next question is probably going to be the answer of Stanley Kubrick's classic Psycho. All right, I guess I know what I got to go is give me fun stuff and let's see if I can at least close out a partial win here.
Okay, so here's your fun stuff question. How long in meters is an Olympic-sized swimming pool?
It's the metric system, so it's going to be an even number, and the numbers 50 and 100 come into my mind. And I don't know. It's not going to be 150 meters. It's a really long pool. And I feel like watching the Olympics, the 100-meter required. I don't think I've ever seen a 50-meter race. And I feel like the 100-meter, when we watched it, required someone to go down, turn, go back. So I'm going to say it's a 50-meter pool.
Well, that is a good guess because that's correct.
Oh, shit.
Nicely done. I'm so proud of you.
Good pull.
Nicely
Good
done.
job, Chris.
So with that, you have completed your track before anybody else has. But that does not mean you are the winner yet, because we still have one more question that will
Except
determine.
Jeff's getting a TV and movies
Jeff's getting a
question, so it
TV and
probably
movies
does.
question, so I think you won.
Well, we will see what happens.
You never know.
All right.
Okay, so here is your TV and movies question. Which character in Disney's classic animation The Jungle Book has hypnotic eyes?
Ka, the snake.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, on my
Yeah,
paper, it actually
that-
says Ka, comma, the snake. It actually has
Yeah.
exactly
oh, wow.
word
Okay.
for word.
I literally
Yeah.
just pulled it off of your paper. All right. So,
Ugh.
wow.
All right. Well done, guys.
I felt good about myself there for about 15 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I am making a
hey.
determination of how to do this next part.
If it helps, Chris, I feel bad about myself because I'm eliminated. So there you go.
And with that, Mike, you have earned the bronze medal for today's game. You still get to stand on the podium. You still get your country's national anthem played.
Can I stand on the top one? I'll still be shorter than the two of them.
Absolutely.
It'll be okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm shuffling all remaining questions from all remaining categories. So it's just going to be the luck of the draw. I'm just going to start reading the questions in order, back and forth, back and forth. You'll each have a chance.
Are we both answering each question?
Nope. Unless you want me to.
I don't care. Do what you want to do.
I was just going to
Your
have you
game,
do, individual, and then,
Yeah. First.
You're the key
first
master here.
Yeah. First pairing where one doesn't get one, and that's
right.
it.
Correct.
Yep.
And so this is all in randomized order, but I will tell you the category before I give you the question, just for fun.
So we're not doing this penalty kick style where it's like best of 5 and then. All right. We're
No,
just
no.
straight up sudden death. All
Yeah,
right.
straight up sudden death. All right. So to go in order, we're back up to Chris. You actually have a music question as your first one.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Yeah, it'll probably be.
And I'm guessing question number 2 is in science.
If he's going
Don't know.
sequentially through the card, Jeff, then yes.
No, they're actually no. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that. Okay, so Chris, here is your music question. What singer was the youngest member of NSYNC?
So don't judge me here. But the members of NSYNC are J.C. Chazet, Justin Timberlake, Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey Fatone, and Lance Bass.
Dude, that's impressive.
I can name the ones from the Backstreet
I've
Boys
been
too,
able
and
to
I can
name
tell you
three
who
of
the
those.
youngest one in the Backstreet Boys is. That was Nick, the abusive asshole Carter.
Did any of the
Who's
boy bands
abusive?
have a member named Hugo Zuffa?
So going back,
That's Nick Lachey's real name.
Right.
Oh, okay. So NSYNC was initially named. They got the name for NSYNC from each of their last names. So N would be Timberlake. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Kirkpatrick isn't on there.
Yeah, there's no T either.
Nope. Okay, so hold on. It's the last letter of their first names, maybe. So just N.
I don't know how this is good. Okay.
S is J.C. Chazet. No.
You already named the 5 members, so how is this?
Yeah,
helping?
seriously, there's a 20% chance here.
No, because one of them didn't make it. One of them wasn't on the actual band when they broke big. One of them was replaced. I'm assuming maybe the one that was replaced was the youngest member. So N was Justin. S, J.C. Chazet, Chris. It would be Chris Kirkpatrick. Y. N is no. There's 2 N's. Hold on. J.C. Chazet, Chris Kirkpatrick, Joey is the Y, so there's the Y. Lance is E. So Lance is the one that doesn't fit, and he's got the baby face of the group. So I'm gonna guess Lance Bass.
Okay, the answer is Justin Timberlake.
God damn it!
Just
Weirdly enough, I actually knew that one.
weirdly enough, so did I.
So yeah, Lance was the one whose name does not fit into your pattern. It's the last name of whatever random other person before
It's
that
the,
was.
it's the last letter of their first name
Yeah,
spelled
Justin
in sync.
N, Chris S, Joey Y, N was blank, and then JC is the end of.
Yeah,
N.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm impressed that you knew all of that.
But to get to a wrong answer is just like a gut punch.
I was like, I don't understand what spelling has to do with how old people are, but whatever. I'll just let you go on your tirade.
Yeah. Impressed does not capture my current opinion of Chris.
Oh my god,
Give me the question that I'm gonna get wrong because it's probably a TV and movies question, and let's go. I'm going around to
Well,
it.
yours is actually in music as well.
Oh god.
Oh Christ.
So here is your question. Which well-known singer sang the falsetto introduction to Dire Straits' 1985 hit Money for Nothing?
Sting.
Come on!
Damn it!
Sting did it.
No, we're gonna need a real name here.
I don't know Sting's real name.
No,
Well, I don't have
Sting
Sting's
even
real
knows
name on my
Sting's
paper,
real
so.
real name here.
It's like Norman something or other.
Gordon Sumner.
Gordon Sumner, that's it. Fucking A.
Okay, well, with that correct answer, we are crowning Jeff as our golden medalist for today's game. Again,
Oh,
yay!
man.
Congratulations to all of our
Chris,
players.
did you know the Sting thing?
No!
Did you know that one?
How did you
No?
know that Justin Timberlake was the youngest member of NSYNC?
Because Justin Timberlake's the only one that's vaguely my age.
I'm sorry, do you seem to think that Lance Bass is older than you?
Yeah, like all of the rest of them are like 3 years older than me.
Oh yeah.
All the boy band
Okay,
folks are like
no,
3 to 6 years older
no,
than us,
hold on.
except
When
Justin
you're getting
Timberlake.
into the degrees of like 2 or 3 years older than me, dude, you are 40. They're all around the same age.
The 98 degrees.
Okay.
98 degrees may have been a little bit closer to our age because they broke later, but NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, like they broke when we were teenagers, man.
I'm
like,
so mad right now. It's not funny.
Yeah.
I had logic. I got to the answer that made the most sense because it was the newest member of the band, and I still got it wrong.
So we will not be going to the Justin Timberlake concert next time he comes into town?
I don't know. I need to see somebody else bring sexy back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as mad as I am to end this episode in that fashion, that has been another episode of the Pub Trivia Experience. Listen, if you're enjoying the show, a couple things you can do. You know this already, but patreon.com/PTEBB is your home for all of the exclusive content from both the Pub Trivia Experience and our sister podcast, Boozy Bracketology, throughout the month of October over on the Boozy Bracketology podcast, by the way. If you're a horror movie fan, you don't want to miss it. We are going to crown the best female-centric horror film ever made, and we are neck-deep into recording it, and I can tell you I've got some opinions that are unpopular.
I've had to hear about some of them. He really does.
I really do. Go check out the Boozy Bracketology podcast. Listen, if you can't donate or if you can't contribute financially right now, I get it. Like, COVID is still a thing. It's tough times out there for a lot of people, and quite frankly, we've all been there. Do me a favor, leave us a 5-star rating, write us a review. That would be absolutely awesome of you. Find us on Facebook, The Lounge, fans of the Pub Trivia Experience, and Boozy Bracketology on Twitter at Pub Trivia Pod. Instagram is Pub Trivia Experience. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But for the Pub Trivia Experience. Did I forget something, Mike? You threw your hands up.
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Just Google us. Find us.
There you go.
Tweet us on Facebook.
Or mosaic us. Oh, wait, that's a browser, not
Find
a search
us.
engine.
Find us.
For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
I've been Leah.
I've been Mike.
I have been Jeff.
We will see you next time. Have a good one.
So interestingly, my aunt, I guess, Ida B, grew up in Hot Springs, Arkansas, back when in the day when it was like super mobby, like where the mobsters all went to get away from the heat in either Chicago or New York. And she would like tell stories about hanging out with Al Capone in some of the Hot Springs bars when he was down there, and Lucky Luciano and all those guys. So Hot Springs is a surprisingly colorful place if you've never been there.
I don't want to go to Arkansas. Don't make me.
What's your song that you've been singing? You've been singing it like all week.
Arkansas, Arkansas. I just love old Arkansas. Love my mom, love my pa. All right, Leah, take us away.
It's my ancestral homeland, man.
One of many.
Yeah.
You can't have too many of those, Jeff. There's a lot of those for you. You got to stop. Pick one.
I mean, Arkansas and Utah are the two most direct states, I suppose, that I can trace my lineage back to. So.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Jeff.
Two of the most mocked states in the union. So cool.
Yeah.